There was an old woman called Towel, who went to sea with an owl. But the owl was seasick and screamed for a physic, which sadly annoyed Mistress Towel. That's like a 1 star. That sucked. I apologize. Hey there, bookworms, and welcome to Noise in a Book. Today I'm going to be doing my first book haul. There was a big library sale a few days ago. I'm going to start with my TBR stack behind me. Some of them I didn't get at the book haul, but I figure you guys can't always see what I'm working on back here and what I'm reading, so I figure we'll go over the stack first. The first book I ordered from Barnes & Noble was Isaac Asimov for The Foundation, which is the next book in the Foundation series that I'm reading, and I'm very excited to get to this as soon as I'm done with History of Rome Volume 2. History of Rome Volume 3, which I will be starting after I read this. Winner Takes All by Brooke Hastings. This is a romance, and I don't read a lot of romance. What romance I have read I find very boring, but a lot of people like romance novels, and I am trying to expand my reading circles and the genres that I do. So this, I looked up a few romance awards, and this won some kind of award for romance novels, and it was on sale at the library sale, so I picked it up. Foundation by Isaac Asimov, part of the Foundation series. And the next book is A Coffin for Demetrios by Eric Ambler. I picked this up at a local bookstore. After reading Cuckoo's Calling, I want to get in a lot more mystery, so I took some author recommendations, and Eric Ambler was one of them. Foundation and Empire by Isaac Asimov, which is also part of the Foundation series. I'm pretty sure I can stop saying that. Second Foundation by Isaac Asimov. Foundation's Edge by Isaac Asimov. I was really stoked to find these at the library because I thought I was going to have to buy all of them online because I can't find them anywhere, and now I only have to get the last book, which is Foundation and Earth. So I'm going to see if I can find that at some used bookstores, and if not, I'll get it off Barnes & Noble. Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe, I believe is how you pronounce that. This is one of John Green's recommended reads. I think this is one of the ones he recommended a really, really long time ago, but it's been sitting on my TBR for a while. The Silmarillion by J.R.R. Tolkien. My Silmarillion finally fell apart, and I've been wanting to reread it. I really love this book. I like the little design, and it's really quite nice, and it smells good. And I just picked up a bunch of books that I'm going to be reading sometime because they're all listed on my TBR. Beginning Theory by Peter Berry. I really like this book. It is a fantastic beginning theory book. It does a great job at giving you fantastic overviews of all different types of literary theory, and it also has recommended reading in it. So right now I'm at the very beginning, so I'm on liberal humanism right now. So I also picked up Aristotle's Poetics, because this is considered one of the first writings on literary theory and literary criticism. Because I've also talked about how I want to start exploring other types of literature, and I've been trying to get more into poetry and nonfiction and stuff like that. I picked up 2 short story anthologies. The first one is the Norton Anthology of Short Fiction. This has short stories from people like Faulkner and Tolstoy and Virginia Woolf, the classics. The problem with that is that a lot of classic authors have a tendency to be white and male or white and female. So it's not a very diverse point of view. So I was very excited when I saw the library also had the Before Columbus Foundation fiction anthology. And I'm just going to read the back because they explain their foundation the best. Since 1976, the Before Columbus Foundation has been devoted to the task of redefining our notion of mainstream American literature to reflect this country's multicultural, multi-ethnic, and multiracial diversity. I'm probably going to do like in every other thing, so you'll be getting some short reviews out of these. Death Comes to Pemberley by P.D. James. This is another mystery novel, and the other reason I'm really excited about this is because it is based off of Pride and Prejudice. This happens, I believe, a couple years after Darcy and Elizabeth get married, and it's a murder mystery. Smiley's People by John Le Carre. John Le Carre is another author that was recommended to me. Memoirs of a Teenage Amnesiac. I'm sure you guys can guess why I picked this up. The lovely Ariel Basset has many, many wonderful things to say about this book, and I'm very excited to read it. It's going on my TBR. I just don't know when it's going to be read. The Snow Child by Eowyn Ivey. Every year I try to read the Booker Award books and the Indie Award books and the Newbery and yada yada yada. This one of them. I don't remember which one right now. I didn't look it up, but I'll let you know when I do the review. Riddle of Stars by Patricia A. McKillop. This is fantasy, so this is just kind of a pleasure reading. This is an anthology of the Riddle of Stars trilogy, which includes The Riddle Master of Head, The Heir of Sea and Fire, and Harpist in the Wind. Breakfast at Tiffany's by Truman Capote. My mom got me a book a couple years ago called 101 Night Reads, and they're all just really short books, and I've noticed that books that I can breeze through very quickly have a tendency to get me out of reading slumps, so I like picking those up when I can. And I've kind of like that it's got this little alfalfa dude up here. I'm not quite sure what that is. It's part of the tape. Sula by Toni Morrison. I have been wanting to read more Toni Morrison. She is also a Nobel Prize winner, so she is on my Nobel Prize list, so I'm slowly collecting Toni Morrison books to read. And Sula was recommended to me by someone. The Gulag Archipelago by Alexander Solzhenitsyn. I'm really excited to read this because the back of the book says, "For years I have, with reluctant heart, withheld from publication this already completed book. My obligation to those still living outweighed my obligation to the dead, but now that state security has seized the book anyway, I have no alternative but to publish it immediately." I've heard it's a very rough read, and it's a very dark read. The Demolished Man by Alfred Bester. This is sci-fi, so this is just a fun read for me. Moby Dick by Herman Melville. I read this book when I was 14, and I just struggled through it and hated it the entire time, and I think it's because I was 14 and not ready to read this book yet. So when they had a copy for sale, I decided to pick it up, and I want to read it again, because what I remember of it, I think I would love it now. Atlas Shrugged by Ayn Rand, Miss Rand. This book is on the list of longest fiction, and I'm trying to read through all of the longest fiction list on Wikipedia. And then, last but not least, I picked up Battle of the Labyrinth by Rick Riordan, book 4 in the Percy Jackson series. This was recommended to me by my good friend Shane. I have the first book and the fourth book now, so over the next few months, I'm probably going to try and get a hold of the entire series and read it, because I've heard it is a very fantastic series. That is my first book haul. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for reading, and have a great day. I think I'm going to have 2 books read for April again, because of History of Rome. But I'm going to finish it. I just think it's going to take me 5 months. I'm so glad there's so much BookTube that I can just watch other people talk about books while I'm stuck reading the same one. I guess I'm not stuck reading the same one. I could choose not to read it. But I'm actually like, there are moments where I actually enjoy it. It's a struggle and it's rough, and at the end of the day, it's still a textbook. But I kind of like it. My computer died, which is why I've been doing a lot of videos. And then pretty soon I'm going to have a new background because we are moving, and I don't even know if I'm going to have a closet to hide away in anymore. So we'll find out how that works.